if you want to brag for the community you're actually in line with or that you're playing together with, you should not win trade. Sometimes I really don't get into the minds of people. I don't understand that. In 14,
like I have good intentions.
In 14. This video is by Uninformed, how 3 cheaters ruined Final Fantasy XIV's new PvP mode. Yeah, which is talking about crystalline conflict, which we played a lot already as well. And yeah, let's see how that video turns out and who these assholes are.
Since April 2022, Final Fantasy XIV's old PvP mode, The Feast, universally recognized for its toxic community, plagued with cheaters, has been replaced with a new mode called Crystalline Conflict. Despite all that went on during the times of The Feast, especially in the West, there was one semi-safe haven, the European servers. They still had their moments, but cheaters and straight-up c***s were completely ostracized. However, that is no longer the case. The competitive integrity of EU PvP has been ruined by 3 people in particular. Here's the story of how a trio of win traders destroyed the Crystalline Conflict rankings.
I mean, look at the difference here. Look at how much rating that is. 6,800 and the second highest is 4,000. I assume that something's not going well there. That's definitely my assumption here. But let's see. Let's see. Nice music.
Quick disclaimer. There's many alternative accounts involved in this situation.
Oh my gosh.
Most of which have since been deleted. They at least tried to cover their tracks, but unfortunately for them, the community isn't stupid. For context, Europe, or EU for short, has 2 data centers, which are basically big groups of servers with a common PvP leaderboard known as Chaos and Light. The main pieces in this pathetic puzzle are Aulan Fei, Light Data Center's first rank 1, Nergo Gigantes, Chaos Data Center's only rank 1, yes, 4 times in a row, and REB, previously Fei, Light Data Center's second rank 1. Now, what if I told you? None of the achievements I just listed were obtained legitimately.
I mean,
Season 1 was
you could hide
chaotic
your
all
tracks.
around. Players never before seen in EU's previously small PvP scene were reaching new heights, but meanwhile there was a variety of incredibly sus things occurring. The focus of this season is the rank 1 player on light budget, Ari, alt of Aulan phase, despite constant denial from Nergo.
Yeah, so like Season 1, what can I even say about that?
We have reason to believe the real Ari was involved in assisting Aulan in his climb. For the uninformed, win trading basically meant Ari would queue with Aulan and, if they were versus each other, purposefully play worse than usual in order to give Aulan the win. Meanwhile, Aulan...
Okay, before we're digging deeper here, for those of you that actually don't have a clue what win trading is, win trading basically refers to the idea of you're playing a game, you're playing with another player together, but you're playing against each other, and once the player that wants to get the wins or that you want to highlight or you want to get to a higher rank, you're intentionally losing and dropping games. And how that works in Final Fantasy XIV, it's kind of easy. You basically queue up together at the same moment. You queue up, and once you get the pop on 2 screens, of course, if you just have a separate queue, then you play the game in normal ways. So you basically have to be at a good level, at least at a decent level. But once you get into a game together, you have 2 scenarios that are in your favorite. First, you could play together, which means you have communication. You're playing on Discord and anything. So you're playing 2 people together that can really set kills together, that communicate well, that's definitely a big advantage. Or if you're playing against each other, the one player lets the other team drop the game and lose the game by just rushing in, dying too many times, and basically just being one person less than the other people have. And that's already enough. I think on high ranked, if you're playing 5v4, it's already your lose there. So that's basically win trading. It works kind of identical in other games as well, but that's how it works in Crystalline Conflict.
Poland would give Ari wins back and return a season later on an alt. Keep in mind that back in Season 1, since these two were relatively well-known players, one of them even being in the top 10 in the final season of Feast, there wasn't really any reason to suspect them, hence the lack of proof besides, trust me bro. But after what we found out about in the very next season, it would hardly come as a surprise to find out that Light's first rank 1 was not completely legit.
Who could guess that?
Recently, the community hosted a fun little event known as the Nergo Trials, where they essentially gave Nergo Gigantes, Chaos's only ever rank 1, chance to defend.
By win trading, you fuck up the matchmaking, and it means that other people don't get their deserved placements.
I guess.
A spoiler alert, it was a nothing sandwich. Everyone knows what he did at this point. There's a mountain of evidence, and all we really found out is that he isn't sorry.
What about the friendships that you brought down and like all the friends you made and that now feel betrayed? Do you like give any shits and have any regrets to them?
Well, here's the thing.
That's my
is that-
answer. Don't worry about it.
However, the link
Okay, to be honest, to have a trial about that, it's so clear that this guy cheated. What should you do? I mean, never play with that asshole again. What do you need to do on trial there? Hey, let's hope he becomes a better person. He's a cheater.
to the Vokaru is in the description if you want to listen to the full thing.
Yeah.
In Season
It's
2,
really
Nergo and REB, who both claimed rank 1 on each
I mean, what power do you have? Do you want to tell the GMs about that? Just do it. I mean, if you have some facts or put out some facts that prove that he's doing this rin trading stuff, you should be easily able to just let them be banned from Square Enix, and you don't need to have a trial about that. Oh my god, that's even close to the win trading in Final Fantasy XIV, where you don't have anything as a reward for being the top player. I mean, it's not like everybody's looking up to you or anything. 100 people are playing this content, so I don't know if that would be a big community of 100,000 people. It's crazy. You're an idol. You're an example for the PvP community. You can't do that. Then okay, maybe. But it's like I said, this perfectly snaps back to the topic of people taking this game way too seriously. The win traders and the people putting the win traders on trial. It's just a game. Someday you win, sometime you lose. I don't know. It's crazy.
to the two EU data centers helped each other climb alongside Allin.
Yeah, Sage.
This has been confirmed since
Exactly.
by Ari on multiple occasions. And Nergo,
Nergo, obviously you have the skills to reach rank 1. Why did you risk your reputation by cheating? Bit uncool to others that sweated till the morning hours for those awesome adventurer elites.
I mean, basically,
Amazing.
Season 2 it started out.
I mean, that's for a portrait. I mean, I actually don't look at character portraits at all. So, why would you cheat for something like that? I mean, okay, you are the number one. You can show that to everyone else, but let me tell you one thing. Most of the player base doesn't even know what that means. They watched this background of your framer kit, and they don't even know what that is. So, yeah, why do you care so much?
Some adventurer elites.
I mean, basically, Season 2 it started out because I just wanted to help Ari. That's basically
And yeah, if you want to brag for the community you're actually in line with or that you're playing together with, you should not win trade. Sometimes I really don't get into the minds of people. I don't understand that.
just
In 14,
like I have good
guys.
intentions.
In 14.
So basically, TLDR, he was helping Ari. Apparently, there you go.
and was documented over 200 days ago, and Pastebin, It is
60
linked
bucks.
down below. There are many screenshots of some of the alts used in this endeavor, with
Yeah, okay, that doesn't mean anything. I think 60% of Mikoti look like that. That doesn't mean anything.
with logs of the matches showing that all in phase alts were literally not pressing their class's primary ability
okay.
the entire
That's
match
proof.
when against Ari.
The lack of super flat animation. Yeah, I don't know about that.
Light player also convinced
But
a few
yeah.
people to help him gatekeep the legitimate rank 1 competitor, Moki Moki, by purposefully
Oh, I know Moki Moki. That's definitely a name I recognized a lot. I played against Moki Moki many times, and this player is amazing. They really pushed this rating so hard, the crystal rank so hard. I think I bet him once or twice at least, but very good player, though. I think Moki Moki deserves a rank 1 here. Absolutely.
by purposefully losing games with him.
Yeah, I was playing the character who entered Moki Moki in season 2.
I
When
don't
he
know
was
the
so close
character
to rank
names.
1.
Yeah, that's
I don't know.
ass.
There you go,
That's-
Doja. There's your answer. He has
that's
no
toxic.
fucking idea. There you go.
I mean, actively being the dick to yourself, okay. But yeah, trying to hinder others' progress, that's really, really a very bad move. That's something you should definitely be banned for easily. All of this.
Naturally, win trading in the second season of a new mode will somewhat spoil any sense of competitiveness it has for the rest of time. When you're shown how easy it is for something to break, it's hard to have genuine motivation to keep it in one piece.
Yeah.
However, outside of this and the obvious manipulation of the matchmaking system, which caused many deserving players to lose the ranks they earned, all 3 crystalline convicts continued to deny their involvement to their friends.
I mean, look at Moki Moki's rank here, by the way. I think Moki Moki basically grinded this content.
3 crystalline convicts continued to deny their involvement to their friends, who, of course, trusted them. As a result, when the news broke recently, bridges were burned that will never be rebuilt. On top of that, they managed to sully the names of legitimate players, causing bans from Discord servers and spreading of dissent across the already fragmented community. In Season 3, Nergo would again reach rank 1, All-In would continue to play as usual, and Ari would take rank 1 on Primal, a North American data center, presumably leaving the EU scene with a guilty conscience.
Nice music.
Ever since Season 2, not much evidence has been documented. However, the damage has been done.
Hey,
Not
Hashi
only
Mishi.
does this suggest the trio could easily still be committing the same sins, it is also enough grounds on which to get their accounts suspended. All 3 of them have hurt people who cared about the PvP community. All 3 of them have corroded the integrity of FFXIV's competitive scene in the West. And most of all 3 of them are now left with very little respect, friends, or patience from those who remain ambivalent. But this isn't enough. A well-known speed hacker lost her account multiple times for influencing the results of matches. A well-known manipulative, toxic player lost their account multiple times for creating an uncomfortable environment for others. Does it not stand to reason then that 3 players who both influenced the result of matches and created an uncomfortable environment for others should have their accounts permanently suspended?
I absolutely agree that the results should be the same, but it's so hard to track. I mean, the difference between speed hacking, which can definitely be recognized by the engine, if I would just play the game and I would record something, for example, and somebody is speed hacking because they are moving way too fast, they would get caught in 4K, literally, because I'm recording in 4K. But I could send that to Square Enix or anything like that, and they would easily get banned for that. Somebody that's toxic can easily also be recognized by, just reviewing the chat window and chat log. But somebody that's win trading, it's so hard to tell if they are just doing super flare not enough times, or if you're just playing a bit less skillful like you should on that rank, especially on high rank crystal matches. It's really hard to track. You can have so many excuses like, hey, my doorbell rang, or hey, I was just not having a good time, I was unhealthy at that moment, or anything like that. It's really hard to prove it that you're not having any of these issues right now. Of course, if you track that for 20 games in consecution, for example, and you can see that this player is performing way better whenever he's joining another specific player and then playing with other players against that player, he's underperforming 10 times in a row, maybe that's enough proof to ban the account, but it's so hard to track. But I agree, the result should be the same. It's ruining the fun for everybody that's part of this, and that's basically the reason why I never cared for a rank 1, because how legitimate can a rank 1 be in any game? There's so many ways to manipulate that. On FF logs, in PvP, in WoW PvP, in Counter-Strike, you can manipulate that easily. I guarantee to you that you can easily manipulate being rank 1 by having somebody playing with you, playing towards you, that you're benefiting from that. If you're reaching a certain rank, or if you're reaching certain heights of a PvP rank, that's a different topic. That's something I'm actually striving for, but the exact rank 1, I don't care, because there are so many ways to manipulate that.
By Square Enix? This story obviously won't end here. These 3 will be legendary memes until the end of Crystalline Conflict, and the effects the betrayal had on people who cared won't go unnoticed. But without action, they will simply carry on doing what they're doing.
Yes.
If you don't believe me, there's another data center that is the prime example of this. So, what can you do? To those still in contact with Nergo, Allen, or Ari, block them out. People like this would have been removed from EU's Feast community without a second thought. So stop giving them chances. You never know if you'll be manipulated into giving some assistance next. To Square Enix, or anyone with the means to contact them, get these 3 banned. They are stains on a mode which already has a pretty bad reputation and a dying population. To legitimate players who just want to climb to Crystal or even top 100 for your funky adventure plate, keep doing what you're doing. You guys are amazing. And finally, to those who have been trying to expose these scumbags for what they really are for over 6 months, thank you.
It really boggles me. I don't know. It's really, really weird that you have to win trade in PvP, in Crystalline Conflict, in Final Fantasy XIV, where basically just 1,000 people are playing this. 2,000, I don't know. For every data center, maybe 2, 3, 4,000 at maximum. At maximum. And yeah, why do you ruin the fun for this little player base on top of that? I don't get it. I mean, the queue times are horrible enough on ranked, so why should you ruin this further? Because what do you get from this? You're not making money from this. You're not getting recognized by any esport team. Why are you doing this? There's no point in doing it. And yep, on the other hand, while I support the idea that it's good that people investigated that and kept track of all the misbehavior, you should spend your time elsewhere. Just block this person, maybe save some proof in your own gameplay, and whenever you're meeting these people in-game, block them or check if there's any behavior that is very weird and sus. Yeah, basically tell Square Enix about that, block them, and if enough people do that, they will get banned easily, quickly enough. And it's hard to track compared to a speed hacker and somebody that's toxic, but still, yeah, go learn to play the game properly and stop pretending when you're not. Yeah, that's quite interesting. Very good video by Uninformed. I don't know where he actually got all the info from. I think it's in a Reddit forum or post or anything like that, or in a Discord where they investigated that. Definitely an interesting topic, and stupid people that are doing win trading in Final Fantasy XIV Crystalline Conflict. Stop it, you scumbags, and start learning the game.
No!